Well, hello, everybody, and Happy New Year! Almost. We've only got 5 more hours of 2024. Can you believe it's over already? I just can't believe how fast this year's gone. It's crazy. And we're almost to 2025. Doesn't it seem like just a couple years ago it was the year 2000 and we were like all excited and everybody was worried about the computers crashing, and now it's 2025. That's crazy. Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome. This is Lisa Freeman coming to you live from stampingwithlisa.com on New Year's Eve 2024. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So we have 5 hours left of this year, and I am ready for it to be over. Hopefully next year will be better. I'm praying that it will be. I'm going to say a lot of prayers tonight. Hello. Gosh, you guys must not have plans like me. I was really hoping I'd have a date, but no, nothing happened. So no men out there wanted to go out tonight. I was hoping though, but it's okay. So I get to spend my New Year's Eve with you guys. So welcome everybody. Let me say hello. Hey, Sharon from New Mexico. Hey, Marva. Hey, Jody. Hey, Carol. Hey, Carol, I have a card for you here from last time that you haven't claimed yet. So you need to send me your address. Hey, Lori. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Diane. Let's see. Where did I go? Oh, there's a lot of you guys on here 2 or 3 times. Okay, I'm trying not to do duplicates. Hey, Karen. Let me see. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Hilda. Hey, Cher. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Diana. Hey, Linda. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Maria. How's everybody doing? Anybody have any plans for tonight after you watch the video? I did almost think about going to church tonight, but then I looked at the thing and it doesn't start till 11 o'clock, and I'm like, yeah, that's way past my bedtime. So I thought if it was early, or I might go, but I don't like going out at night by myself anyway. But I know time just flies by. I just can't believe that 2024 is over, but I'm glad it is, because it's been a rough year for, I know, a lot of people, including me. Shirley requesting prayers. Okay. Everybody say a prayer for Shirley. Yeah, my Karen, I have fireworks going off here too. They're kind of off and on, like about every 30 minutes or so, I'll hear like 1 or 2, and then they stop. I guess they're just practicing or warming up. And the bad thing is, whenever we have a holiday, we have all these people like in our neighborhood and just surrounding neighborhoods that get their own fireworks, and they just decide to start setting them off around 8 or 9 o'clock, and then about midnight they might stop, and then like for the next week or so they'll sit there and do it every single night, which drives me crazy. Oh wow, Deborah, you went to bed before midnight in Australia. Yeah, because it's already 2025 in Australia. You guys are like, I don't know, 14, 15 hours ahead of us or something. I can't ever remember. Something like that. All right, so we are using some brand new paper tonight. I'm done with all my Christmas stuff and all the old stuff. So now we're going to be doing samples from the new stuff that starts next Tuesday. So we have 1 more week left to wait. This is the new Sale-abration paper. So this is what it looks like. It's called Bloom Impressions. So this is a free pack of paper, and they did up the amount this year to $60. So you have to spend $60, but I do have to say, I've been a demonstrator for 23 years, almost 24 years. And this is the first time they've ever raised the price. It's always been $50. So that's not bad. Every 20 years or so, I guess they need to raise the price. But so it is $60. So you get this pack of paper, and there's a bunch of other stuff. This was my favorite pack of paper in there, but So this is, we're using this sheet, and we're not using that one. We're using this sheet right here. And I hated to do this because this side's so pretty too. But I had to find 3 pieces that kind of went together without being too overpowering with each other. So there's the yellow one. And then I'm using this purple one. That's the front. And then this one. That one was a little bit too busy. And then this red one, and then that's the same one as the front. So we're using these 3 pieces right here because I thought they went really well together. So I'm going to show you how to do this. This is the same as the stack, cut, and shuffle method, except normally when you do that one, you cut it like into a triangle and then another triangle. So you kind of had like 3 triangles. So this time we're just doing strips, and they're 3 different sizes. So we'll have a 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/4 inch. So you're going to cut it into your 3 strips and then shuffle them up and then make your 3 cards. So I love doing these kind for card kits because then it makes 3 cards just that easy. So you don't have to do anything. So these are very easy to make. So you can use any designer paper you want. Just pick 3 patterns that go well together and then cut them up and make the cards. So you don't have to have this one, but I wanted to show you this. And I was looking for a flower or something to go with it for the front. And I was looking through my stamps and I was like, oh, this one matches perfectly because look, it's got the same exact flower pretty much. And it's also got like these leaves right here. And I said, well, that one goes perfectly. And then this little flower matches that flower. So that's what I put on the inside, was that flower. So I thought this stamp set, Textured Floral, was perfect to go with it. There's a couple more that really go well with it too, but this one really goes well. And it is still active. I had to double check just to make sure. So it's not retired or anything. So it's in, I don't know if it's in the catalog because it's from last year, I think. So I think it's online only. Oh yeah, it's Melanie's birthday. Hey Mel, I just got your card today in the mail. So I forgot. She reminded me that her birthday is in a couple days, and my sister's birthday is actually on the 5th, and I was thinking somebody else's birthday was on the 5th, but now I can't remember who it was. But so Mel's birthday's coming up in a couple days on what, Friday? No. Yeah, Friday. And then my sister's a Sunday. So I got a couple more cards in the mail. This one, isn't that gorgeous? I love that. So it's cut out and then got the tree inside. This one is from Shirley Fairbanks. And Shirley, you did not put your return address, so I couldn't send you a card back. So I did send a Christmas card back to every single person that sent me a Christmas card, except for the ones that I've got right here. Actually, I did send a couple of these already. This one is from Diane Eckleberry. This is a thank you card, not a, it's kind of a Christmas card, but it's more of a New Year's card, I guess. So Diane, she's one of my downline and one of my good friends. Love that. Then this one is from Rochelle Larson. And this is a cute snowman card. Love it. And I did send you a Christmas card already. And then this one is from, let's see. I don't even know who this, I think it says Nicole, maybe. It didn't say it on the envelope, so there was a return address, but no name on it. So I'm not sure who this is, but I think that says Nicole, but I'm not positive. So, yeah, well, I don't know. It's hard to read it. So that kind of looks like something else. So I don't know who made that. But there's no name. There's no return address. Well, there is a return address, but not a name on it. This is from Sharon Daniels. This is a napkin card. Isn't that cute? Love it. And then this one is from one of my downline, Gail Cascio. And she made this one. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love that paper too. Beautiful card. And then this one is from Wait a minute. I can't pronounce the last name. Oh, and I got stamps. Yay. This one, she said her name. Maria Grinzik. So this is kind of like a pop-up card. And I don't know if it's supposed to attach like right there or not. I guess not, because then you wouldn't be able to fold it. But it kind of is a fun fold like that. And then that goes just in the front. I thought that was really pretty. Love it. And thank you for the stamps. I can always use those. And two more. So this one is from Tracy O'Connell. This is a Happy New Year's card. Love it. Gorgeous colors. Love that. And one more. This one is from Mel. And it's a beautiful Christmas card. And she says, P.S. My birthday is a sad time of year, January 3rd. So I told her to remind me. I was going to send her a card, but I will send a card on tomorrow. We don't have mail, so Thursday I'll mail you a card. So you won't get it in time, but I will send you a card. So thanks, you guys, for all those cards. All right, and then I've got, you've got the last day to get this kit is today. So if you still want to get this card kit, then you need to place an order today of $50 or more. Using the host code, you can use that one. So this is the last day for this kit. And then this kit starts tomorrow. So there you go. I do have a lot of mystery boxes. So if any of you guys are interested in mystery boxes, I have a bunch. So we will do those. All right. And they're $99 plus shipping, which is $115. And I take Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, whatever you want to do. And then I'll do the names for cards at the end. So you guys are ready to get stamping? Georgia says prize. What does that mean? Oh, Bill's on here. Yay. Just got back from church. Oh, your church must start early because mine here was at 11. It was 11 to 12:30. I said, that is a little too late for my taste. I'm going to be in bed. Probably still listening to the fireworks in the neighborhood, but... Oh, Textured Floral is in the main catalog. Okay. It's also online too, but it's a set from last year, so I wasn't sure. It's a carryover set. So that's good. If you need the number, let me see. Where is the number? 161229 is the number. So there you go. Well, Bill, we're glad to have you back. Hey, Debbie Lundeen. Oh my gosh, Georgia says postage is going up again. I better stock up on some stamps. Okay, Georgia, what do you mean prize? I don't know. I already sent out all the people that won prizes. I sent them out yesterday. So from the Christmas card contest, I sent those out already. Most cards arrive later in January, so no problem. Oh, okay. All right, so... Mel, put your address up here if you want people to send you birthday cards too. Hey, Beth and Barbara and Karen. Did I already say Karen? Yeah, my other early order should be Thursday. Okay. All right. Yes, Bill, we were worried about you. So I told him, he emailed me the other day and said he was doing okay. So I was going to say that if we didn't see you tonight. All right. So there we go. Oh, this does come with dies too. I didn't use them today, but it does have dies with it. All right, so here's what you need. I did use a lot of pieces, and after I did that, I started thinking, man, that's going to be a lot of cutting. Because I'm thinking, hopefully you guys are going to put a lot of orders in on the 7th, because that's when the new stuff starts. So this has a lot of pieces. But I kept thinking, as I was doing it, I was going to make it really simple. And then... as I was going, I'm like, oh, I think it needs another little piece and another little piece. And I was like, okay. Because I was just going to put like the pieces and then put like a strip across, and that was it. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to do this punch. So then I made a back for the punch. Then I did this little piece. Then I'm like, yeah, we need a bow. So it's got a lot of pieces. So we've got 5.5 by 8.5 Coastal Cabana. We've got the inside white. Let me put that on the front here. Oops, I just dropped everything. This is for the inside. And then we've got the Blackberry Bliss. So this is for this piece right here. And then we've got the next piece of white, and that's to layer. So you're going to have two whites. One is for the inside, the bigger one, and then this one, the smaller one, is to layer your strips on. And we're going to cut those in a minute. So I didn't cut them yet. Did I not put this on here? I didn't put a sticker on this one. Wait a minute. So this is 3 by 4.5 of DSP, and now I forgot the name of it already. Hold on. It is Bloom Impressions. Bloom Impressions. And you need 3 of those. And cut, 3/4, 1 and 1 1/4 strips. Okay. All right, and then we need our, I'm running out of room. We need 3 punches in Coastal Cabana and 3 in white. And that is the, oh, I didn't put the name on this one. The horizontal, no, not horizontal. Hexagon punch. It's the hexagon punch. I should write that on there, but I don't have a Sharpie. Okay, so the hexagon punch. So 3 of each of those. And then the last piece is the 3 by 1 fresh freesia. And that's that little piece right there. So get a screenshot of that. Okay. See, everybody was worried about you, Bill. You can't just leave us like that and not tell us where you're going. Annie says she's listening but can't chat. Making your card from last week for tomorrow. Oh, good. All right. I think I'll be stamping tomorrow too. In my pajamas. Tomorrow's going to be a pajama day. It's been warm here for like about 5 days now. Like 70s. Today was a little bit cooler in the 60s, but tomorrow is going back to, I think, the 40s and maybe 50, but it's been like really warm here. The other day, over the weekend, all the kids on the street were out playing. It was like summertime. I was like, dang, it was crazy. In December, having 70 degrees is crazy. Okay, so here's all my little stickers. All right, so we're just gonna set this aside for a minute and cut this right here. We'll take all of our little pieces over here. All right, so what you're gonna do, you gotta cut them all together just like we always do. Whenever you have these stack, cut, and shuffle, you gotta make sure they're all the same size and they're all stacked together. So these 2 pieces don't really matter which way they go. This one does have a right, so this is the top, this is the bottom. All right, so we want 1 piece, and it doesn't even really matter which order you do them in. We want 1 piece that is 3/4. So I'm gonna do that one first. And make sure they're all lined up. So this is the 3/4 inch one. So we got our 3 pieces there. And then the next one we want to have 1 inch. So I'm just going over 1 inch. I hope you guys can see that. Nope, probably not. I don't have enough room to push this up any higher, I don't think. So I'm just going over 1 inch. Well, it's 1 1/4 this way, 1 inch that way. So you only need to make 2 cuts. And make sure it's lined up. And if they're not exact, it's really not a big deal. But you could actually just cut 3 1-inch strips if you wanted to. But we want to have 3 different sizes. And then you can mix and match. You can do them like large, medium, small, small, medium, large. It doesn't even matter. One of them I did large, small, medium. So whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. It's your card. Put whatever two beside each other you want. All right, so now we just need to shuffle them up. So we've got our 3 pieces and then our medium one. So we're gonna do, whoops, this one, this one, this one, and then this one, that one, that one. So each pile should have one of each. Doesn't really matter how you mix them up as long as you got one of each in each pile. All right, so there's our 3 cards. So we've got one here, one here, one here. So then we get our white paper out and we're gonna glue these down. So we've got one for each. And it does not matter what order you put them down. You can just mix them up totally. I don't care. You don't care. I don't care. That's what makes it easy. All right. So, wow, we got a lot of comments on here. Somebody turned the AC on. I was really trying hard not to turn the I did have to turn the fan on the other night when I was going to bed because it was hot. All right. So, we're going to just glue these down. And you want to have a little bit of a border all the way around and try to get it straight. And if you're not very good at this, then maybe just put a teeny bit of tape or something down, and then once you get it in the exact spot you want, then glue the whole thing. But I just kind of wing it as I go. So I kind of just look at it and say, yeah, that looks good. And then hope I got enough room for the last one. But you should have plenty of room. Okay, and then this one, just make sure your flowers are going the right way, which for this little piece, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Sometimes you can tell, and sometimes you can't. Okay. All right, so there's one. And then we're going to do this one. Happy New Year from Melbourne, Australia. Now, again, if you want to do it large, medium, small, you can. If you want to mix it up, put those two next to each other, you can. I'm just going to stick with the small, medium, large ones. I learned in a movie that it was called, no, it wasn't a movie. It was, I don't know if it was Bachelor, The Bachelor. I always thought it was Melbourne, Australia. And then I think the Bachelors went to Melbourne, and they said it's Melbourne. You don't say the R. And I was like, oh, I never knew that. I've always said it wrong. I would love to go to Australia sometime, one day, but it's so far. It's so far from here. When I went to Thailand with the Stampin' UP trip, like, I think it was like 7 years ago. That was the longest trip I ever went on, and I thought, I'm never going to fly that far again, because it was just such a miserable trip, you know. I think it took us a whole day to get there and a whole day to get back. Literally, it was literally like 20-some hours of flying. And I said, I'm never doing that again. Because by the time you finally get off the plane, well, for us it was 3 plane rides, but it was just so long. If I could ever fly first class, I would do that. But flying in coach for 20-some hours is no fun. All right, so there's card number 2. I just need to find a rich man, you know, a millionaire, and then that would work. Or even a private jet would be nice. Oops. I will take a private jet also. Oh, it's 44 degrees in Edmonds, Washington. It's going to be cold tonight because I think the high tomorrow is like 46. So we are going to get down cold, which is good because I have been so hot the last few nights. I had to turn my fan on and take my blankets off and just sleep with like a sheet and a little tiny blanket instead of my comforter and stuff. I like to sleep with the cold cold. I like to be really snuggly and have it cold. But I was not going to turn the AC on in December, so I said no way to that. I'll just suffer through it with the fan. Okay, so now we've got our 3 pieces done. Australia has too many creepy and deadly animals there. I have heard they do have some wicked spiders and things like that. And what's so funny, I don't know how I get on these weird reels, like on YouTube and stuff, but I'll start watching some, you know, Instagram or YouTube reels or whatever. And I don't know what's going on with my algorithm, but it's like I watch one and then the next like 20 will be all about the same thing. And I'm like, dang it. Because it could be one that I watch that's just weird. And I'm like, oh, that was weird. And I don't want to watch any more of them. But then they keep putting them in the... So there was one and it was this guy. And there was a kangaroo. And he's like in a fight with the kangaroo. I guess it was in Australia. I don't know. But the kangaroo is like beating him up. And it was kind of a funny video, but I thought, dang, I didn't realize they were that, I always thought kangaroos were like such nice little, you know, creatures. And this video, he was kind of vicious. I said, dang, I didn't know they were kind of like mean. But my daughter got to go to Australia for her senior, and when she was a senior in college, it was a work study. Not a work study, a, what do you call it? Study abroad. She got to study abroad over there. And they went to Australia and New Zealand. And I was like so jealous. And she had a good time though. All right, so now we're going to stamp the inside real quick. And for that, I'm just going to use this little flower. And Melon Mambo, my 500-year-old Melon Mambo pad. I couldn't find my newer one. This one did have some ink on it still, so that's good. All right, so we'll just stamp 3 of these in the corner like that. And Melon Mambo, it does list the colors on the back of the pack, so you don't have to worry about that. You can always find... Oh, did y'all hear that? I just heard some fireworks. So quiet in here. Oh, and I did, the last couple days, I was watching movies. I did write them down this time, so I wouldn't forget. So here's the one that I was talking about the other day, Twinkle All the Way. That was so good. That was really good. Then Random Acts of Christmas. That was a really good one. Those are Hallmark. Christmas on the Range. I think that was Hallmark too. These were all on Amazon, but I think they were Hallmark ones. Red One. That was really cute. That was with The Rock. It's like in the top 10 on Amazon. But that was really cute. It's about Santa Claus. It's kind of like the one with Tim Allen, you know, the Santa Claus. It's kind of like that a little bit. And then Holidays. This was Hallmark Plus. I just signed up for that. But the Holidays is like a little mini series about these families that kind of all live on the same block or in a cul-de-sac, and it's just their Christmas week kind of goes over each family's and how they're all intertwined and whatever. But it was really good. All right, so for the next one, I'm going to use my Coastal Cabana. And you know what? Let me do the words first. And then we'll do that. And I need a sip of water. Oh. Susan says, we don't have creepy crawlies or kangaroos running around the streets. Nope, kangaroos running around the streets. In the country bush, there are, but not like cars and streets. Okay. Yes. I know. I would really like to go to Australia. Late to the party. Not the males when in breeding season are protecting their mob from a dog. Kangaroos are very strong. Yes! He was like boxing. The one that I saw the video of, he was boxing. and was super strong. This one got a little messed up. I was like, dang, he was buff. He was a buff kangaroo. He had been working out. This one is messed up. Let me grab another one real quick. Now I got some extra ones. So did you guys hear about this? I was on YouTube watching the reels, like, you know, that's just what I do when I get in bed at night. I just have, you know, mindless watching of reels. And so everybody was on YouTube last night talking about the fog. And I was like, what? We don't have fog here. But I guess like all over the world, everybody was having this fog that looked like snow. And it was crazy. And I was like, what in the world? And people were going out and now they're sick. And I was like, what? Now there's some rumor that like January 10th is going to be the coldest day ever. Some Arctic freeze is coming. So did any of you guys see that fog yesterday? It was supposedly like all over the world. Like it was in Florida and it was in the UK and it was all over. We just had sunshine. We had sunshine and warm. Beautiful day. All right, so the Birthday Blooms is in that stamp set. Yeah, okay, just wanted to make sure. Yep, it is. Okay, so that's the only thing we need. That was Blackberry Bliss. So Blackberry Bliss. And then we're going to use Coastal Cabana. So for the, around the words, I put this, which is just the little leaf. And I stamped off, because I didn't want it to be too dark. And didn't want to cover the words up. So we just have a little bit of leaves coming up there. And, oops. It's funny, it picked up some purple. I must have stamped on a purple. Oh, South Carolina got heavy fog. That's weird. Some girl showed her swimming pool, and she had all this junk sitting in the pool from it. And I was like, ugh. I've never, I mean, we have fog here every now and then, but not like big time. All right, so that's those. Now we did, I don't even know if you could see this on the card, but I did stamp the edges in the leaves. It's kind of really light though, but I stamped it off because it was so dark. One of these, yeah, I did this one, and it was too dark. See how dark? That's full strength. I was like, yeah, that's too much. So then I stamped off on the rest of them. So we're just going to stamp off. So since you don't see the center, I'm just going to use that. So stamp there and then stamp on the edge. So this is going to be covered. So you're only going to see the edge. Although my pad is getting kind of light now, so I might not have to stamp off as much. Okay, so there's one. So that middle part's all going to be covered up. You won't see it. It is getting really light. Now you can barely see it. So if your pad is really light, you don't even have to stamp off, but there we go. And you could probably skip that step if you don't really care, but I just wanted to put a little bit of something around the edge. Let me read the comments real quick. Snow fog. Yeah, but they were having it in Florida. So it was like 75 or 80 degrees and they were having this fog that looked like snow. So it wasn't snow. obviously, because it was warm. So, I don't know. It did look like snow, but it wasn't. But everybody said that if you went out in it, you were getting sick. So, I don't know. I hope it doesn't come here. Remember that movie, The Fog? That was back from like the 90s, I think. That was a pretty creepy movie. Oh, I'm watching another show too. I just started today. It's called The Madness. It's on Netflix. You know, when I'm sitting and creating, I just have the TV on, and so I start watching these things. And then I get sidetracked, and then it takes me like 5 hours to do a project. Some shows I can watch, like mindless stuff. I can just like listen to it and get it. All right, we're going to put all the insides in. And how many dollars? I'm not staying up till midnight, although my neighborhood fireworks are probably going to be going off till midnight. But I have a sound machine I usually turn on that will drown out a lot of that. Diane, you're going to stay up. Oh, there goes another one. Did you hear it? It's weird they're just doing one like every now and then. Guess they're just testing. It kind of makes me nervous though, like when people do them at their houses, because I'm always afraid like they don't know what they're doing, and then like they're gonna end up catching somebody's house on fire or something. Like if I saw a video of that one time. These people were doing fireworks in their driveway, and like the whole family's sitting in the front yard with all the kids and everything, and the fireworks go off, and they kind of backfire straight at all the kids and light the whole front yard on fire. And I'm like, oh geez. Pork and sauerkraut tomorrow. Ugh, I'm not a sauerkraut person. You know, it's a funny story. When I was married to my ex-husband, well, not they, just one of them, my ex-father-in-law, liked sauerkraut. And I could not stand it. Just the smell of it was just like, made me gag. And so for every Thanksgiving and Christmas, my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, would make it. And she'd put it on the table right next to me just to irritate me. And, you know, I told you guys my ex-mother-in-law was just like Marie on Everybody Loves Raymond. So, just to drive me crazy. I'd be like, why? Why do you do this to me? She just did it just to be mean. All right, so we cut all those in half. And then we're just going to put them on here, pull them apart, and whoops. And just make your little frame around that. So it should line up right with the edge there. And do the same thing on the top. Oh, there they go. Did y'all hear that? Got that one a little crooked. All right, and do that with the other two. Oh, I can hear the fireworks now. Okay. Now, when I was a kid, we always had ham and black-eyed peas, and it was called like Hoppin' John or Hoppin' Jack, something like that. And tomato, like stewed tomatoes. It wasn't one of my favorite things to eat, but that was like the tradition. Now, me, I just will eat whatever. Your cards for tonight are pretty. Thank you, Donna. Oh, is it Rita's birthday too? Oh, Rita's birthday's tomorrow. Well, happy birthday, Rita. I know I gotta remember to call my sister on Sunday. and wish her happy birthday. She always got gypped because she had her birthday the week after Christmas. And people would always say, oh, here's your birthday, your Christmas, and your birthday present. I always feel bad for her. Black eyed peas, collard greens, and ham. There you go. Hey, Regina. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Donna. Hey, Gail. Hey, Beth. A lot of you guys came on late. Hey, Robin. Always pork and sauerkraut. Yeah, it is a Pennsylvania Dutch thing, I think. All right, so then we're going to put some glue on the middle of the back of these and then put our little strip on the back. I know, I can't eat like a, what is it, a Reuben sandwich? I love them, but I can't have the sauerkraut on it. I have to just eat it without it. They used to always have those at school lunches at school when I was a teacher. And that was like one of everybody's favorite things. We used to have this place here called Route 58 Deli. And they had these Reubens and corned beef sandwiches and stuff that were like literally, probably you could get 3 meals out of one. It was probably a pound of meat cut up on there. And they had New York cheesecake. You could get there too, but they just went out of business recently. They had the best sandwiches, but I'm telling you what, they were expensive. For one sandwich, it was really expensive, but 2 people could eat it, really. They piled that meat on there. I'll tell you what, cheesecake has gotten ridiculous. I saw Cheesecake Factory. I think they're like $12 a slice or something now for one slice of cheesecake. Oh, Kat loves Reuben sandwiches. Yeah, sauerkraut. It's just like pickled cabbage or something, isn't it? I think that's what it is. Is cabbage. I love cabbage, and I eat a lot of salads with cabbage, and I just don't like cooked cabbage. I don't know why, but all right, we're going to put dimensionals on all of these. There they go. Can you guys hear that? The booming. The longer you cook sauerkraut, the better it tastes. Isn't it? It's cooked in vinegar or something, right? Oh, it's not coming off. Oh, there it goes. It's just got that, I don't know, clear out your sinuses smell. My, oh, it's pickled. It's not cooked. Okay. My friend has said she has a clogged ear that she's had for like 5 days straight now. She's been to the doctor, and they gave her like antibiotics and steroids, and she can't hear. And she's a teacher. She's supposed to go back to school next week. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I said, I've been trying like a lot of natural things lately. Like when I fell and hurt my knee, you know, twice. I watched this lady. Her name is Barbara. I think it's Barbara O'Neill. And she does all these, I think she's from Australia. She does all these like homeopathic things. And so she was talking about castor oil. So I've been putting castor oil on my knee like every night and every morning. I've just been rubbing it in on my knee. And I tell you what, that sucker works. That works. Like if you put it on, it says, she says it can heal almost everything. So I've been putting it on my knee and it does help a lot. All right, so then we're going to glue these down before I put these on. And, whoops, let's use green glue. All right, make sure you get your flowers the right direction. So this, I think it goes this way. See, it does cover up those leaves, but you can still see them. You could emboss it or something too. I just thought it just looked too plain without doing anything on the back, so that's why I just added those leaves on there. I love these colors together. All right, this one, hard to tell sometimes on that paper which way it goes. Oops. All right, there we go. One more. And that one is, I think, this way. Really is kind of hard to tell when you just have a little piece. Okay. I like coleslaw. Yeah. I do like coleslaw. I like cabbage almost anyway, except cooked. I like it raw. And I do like it if you get it at the Chinese restaurant, though. Like when it's just kind of sauteed, that's good. But not pickled. Casserole, good for constipation and fur balls. Well, I've never had fur balls. But I'll take your word for it. I never get constipated either. That's not something I have issue with. All right, so then we're just going to stick this right in the middle of each one. And then do our little white thread or twine, baker's twine. Okay, so there we go. So we've got those three. All right, so I did 2 bows ahead of time. So I've got 2, little bows. So let me do one more. This is just the white baker's twine. So we'll just make a little bow. And you know what else pops on my reels all the time is those dancing videos where there's like teenagers doing these dancing videos to the same exact song. And it's like you just get stuck in this loop where you watch one and then the next 20 videos will have the same kind of teenagers dancing to that same song. And I'm like, how do I get out of this loop of stuff? It drives me crazy. I like watching cooking ones and stuff. Some that have good or funny ones. I don't know how I get the algorithm to go wonky like that. All right, so here we go. Now you could put the bow at the bottom. I did some at the bottom and some on the side. So put it wherever you want. It looks good both places. But you gotta curl your glue dot up because it's too big for the bow. If you just have it flat. We'll put this one on the side. I was watching this video before I started of this girl, and she was I don't know if she was like a behavior psychologist or something. She was talking about how to make yourself appear more like friendly, and like you could do different things to make yourself like friendlier, or a lot of it was about dating and stuff, and a lot of it had to do with hand gestures. So not like bad hand gestures, but she said using your hands to talk, it makes you appear more friendly. So if you just sit and don't use your hands at all, then you appear to be not as friendly as if you're like using your hands. And I started thinking about that because when I'm doing my videos, I don't know what my hands are doing. They're just making cards, but it just cracked me up because she's like, okay, now watch me say a sentence with no hand movement, and then watch me say it. Like she was talking about something like how to inspire a group for sales or something. And so she said a sentence, and then she used like no hand movements, and then she said the same sentence with hand movements. And it is true. All right, so we're going to get some gems. I'm using the purple gems, purple fine shimmer gems. And these come in 3 colors. So you've got like your berry burst, your Gorgeous Grape and your Highland Heather. But we're using these, which are, I think, Berry Burst, but they match this paper, which is Blackberry Bliss, perfectly. So we're going to be using those. She was also talking like about your voice, you know, how you can say the same sentence, you know, if you are monotone or, it was really pretty interesting, but it was mainly like for dating advice, you know, how to, when you go on a first date, how to make yourself appear more open and friendly and things like that. But I love watching self-help videos. I think they're interesting. I always want to make sure that, you know, I have interesting videos. Because, you know, sometimes you're watching a demonstrator who can be fantastic. Because there's some demonstrators out there that are like a million times better than me at stamping. But they'll have a video and their videos are so boring that you're just like, oh my gosh. I have to mute it almost because I can't stand their voice or something, you know. But they're like amazing stampers. And I'm like, well, I'm kind of in the middle. Because most of my cards are pretty simple. I don't do like super duper intense, complicated cards or anything. And I'm not an artist by any means, but, you know, I think I give a good mix of everything. So, but there's some people like the one, well, some of them don't even do videos, but like Tammy Wilson, she has the most amazing cards, the most amazing bows, but she doesn't do videos. And I wish she did, because I really want to watch her make stuff, because she posts, she's one of the artisans. I don't know if she is this year or not, but she has the most amazing stuff. And I look at her projects and I'm like, why can't I make something like that right off the top of my head? That's just, wow, you know? But maybe one of these days, after 20-some years, you'd think I'd be like really good at making complicated, but I like to make it easy. Well, thank you, Karen. And thank you, Gail. Yeah, I try to make them pretty easy. And uh-oh, lightning and thunder in North Carolina. I guess you won't be having fireworks. Sharon says, I tend to cross my arms. People think I'm mad. Yeah, that was one thing she went over in the video. Like if you sit there and you cross your arms. Then one thing she said is if you sit here and do like the steeple movement, like, and have your hands like that in front of you, that makes you appear like you are very successful and have a lot of power. But then if you do that and you tap it, then it makes it seem like you're mad. So it was really pretty interesting video to watch. But okay, so there are my cards for today. So this is the next card kit. So if you place an order starting tomorrow, you'll get this card kit with the brand new card, brand new paper. And starting on the 7th, you can get this paper for free with your $60 or more order. And there's also a great starter kit special coming up on the 7th. For those of you that might want to join or just get a starter kit, you'll get over $200 worth of stuff for $99. So that's a good deal too. All right, you know what time it is? It's time for the joke. So let me pull my joke up. Thank you, Diane. Thanks, Loretta. Yes, I am just myself. Thanks, you guys. You're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Yes, my laugh is famous. I love it when I'm out somewhere and I start laughing and somebody will say, I hear Lisa Freeman. That happened on the trip a lot when I would start laughing. And so he's like, I hear Lisa. I don't know where she is, but I can hear her laughing. All right, let me pull the joke up real quick. This is a funny one. Now, you're going to think it's a bad word, but it's really not, okay? So the joke is TGIF versus SHIT, but we're not saying the word. We're just spelling the word, okay? A businessman got into an elevator. When he entered, there was a blonde already inside who greeted him with a bright TGIF. He smiled at her and replied, S-H-I-T. She looked puzzled and repeated, T-G-I-F. He again answered, S-H-I-T. The blonde was trying to keep it friendly, so she smiled her biggest smile and said as sweetly as possible, T-G-I-F. The man smiled back at her once again and said, S-H-I-T. The exasperated blonde finally decided to explain. TGIF means thank God it's Friday. Get it? Duh. The man answered, SHIT means sorry, honey, it's Thursday. Duh. I love that one. I thought that was a really funny one. All right, it's time for card giveaway. So we have some cards today. All right, let's get these out of the way. Put these over here. All right, so we have a masculine card. Maybe we'll have a guy win today. And there's one, there's one. Oops, we need one more. There we go. We got 5 cards. No leftovers today except Carol's. And Carol's going to email me. So here's my email. So there you go. All right. So here, these are all people who sent me Christmas cards, okay? We're putting them in the bowl. So we're going to be picking from these for a couple weeks. All right. Thanks, you guys. You're so sweet. Laughter is good medicine. Very good joke. Thank you. All right. So first winner. Let's hope it's a guy. Nope. Susan Freelier. Susan Freelier. So you can give that to a guy. Next one is Pat Nemo. N-I-M-M-O. Pat Nemo. We have a street here called Nemo Parkway. Sherry Johnson. And Marilyn Skelton. Marilyn's on here. You got a really pretty one. Although they're all pretty. Amy Davis. I didn't see Amy on here today. And last one for today is, hold on, Catherine Howe. All right. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I guess I got to give away another card then because I already picked a name. All right, so here's one more. I was thinking that was one more card. Duh. It's only 5 cards, but today we'll do 6. I was sitting here thinking I had another card to give away. All right, so I must be a blonde today. So we have 6 winners for today. Blonde jokes are awesome, I know. I love blonde jokes. All right, I do also have the addresses for people to send cards for prayers and cards and things like that. I've got one on the back. So get a screenshot of that. Somebody messaged me and said, how do you take a screenshot? It all depends on what kind of camera you have. So if you have an iPhone, you press the right button and the volume up button at the same time. If you have an Android or Samsung or something else, I have no idea how you do it. So I only know how to do it on an iPhone. But you could just look up on Google or YouTube and it should tell you if you don't know how to do it. All right, on the back I have one more, Diana Trout. And that's 14 Columbus. There is no street or anything. Irvine, California. And if anybody else wants to be added to the list, send me an email to stampgirl2@cox.net. So next time I see you will be Saturday. And Saturday is the what? The 4th. Okay. So I'll come up with something good. Oh, Samsung 22, down volume and power. Yeah, so iPhone is power and the up volume. So Samsung is the down volume and power. Yeah, I think most people could probably look it up if you, there's so many different phones and they're all different. So, all right, you guys, only 4 more hours left of this year. So I hope you guys have a fantastic night and happy New Year's tomorrow. And everybody stay safe and I'll see you back on Saturday. Hope you guys get some sleep. Just take a picture. Oh, well, you could do that too. That's a good idea. If you're on your computer. Yeah, if you're on your computer, just take a picture. But some people watch it on their phone, so then they'd have to do a screenshot. All right, you guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Bye-bye, everybody.